And stand up, baseball fans. There's been a lot. Tonight's game, we pit the St. Louis Cardinals against the Boston Red Sox. A lot of battles have been pit these two in the World Series. In the early part of that 100-year stretch, the Cardinals own the Sox. Past few decade and a half or so, the Sox have owned the Birds. Tommy Edman, Brendan Donovan, Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado, Corbin, Ty O'Neill, Carlson, Bader, and Kinzer, the starting nine for the Cardinals, those in the batting order. They'll be playing short, second, first, third, DH, left, right, center, and catching respectively for the Redbirds. And on the mound for the Sox today, it's Cutter Crawford. Last outing against Seattle, 5 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs. Previous 5 appearances, 12 and 2/3 innings, 20 hits, 15 runs coughed up. Pitch usage, 48% fat four-seamer, 27% cutter, 11% curve, 8% changeup, 5% slider. That's cutter with a K, not a C. And leading it off, Tommy Edman, the second baseman. First pitch is a strike down the middle. I don't know about the Stanley Cup, Raph. That's just outside, ball 1. You're inside. When you look at the AL East, it's pretty much a stomp with the Yankees just getting away from everybody. Boston comes into this 13 and a half back of the Yankees. Edman, fly ball to center, not fairly deep. And Duran's got it, 1 down. Chad Winston behind the plate. Jordan Baker at first. Paul Emmel, the crew chief, at second. Shake Liverpool behind at third. It's Duran in center, Bradley Jr. in right, Cordero in left, Story, Dalbach, Pilecki, Bogarts, and Devers making up the infield. Dalbach at first, Story at second, Bogarts at short, Devers at third, and Pilecki behind the plate. So it looks like Verdugo and only Martinez is going to be used tonight. Verdugo getting the night off, which doesn't help my fantasy team. If you invest in Verdugo getting the night off doesn't help my fantasy team. Strike ball 2. That's fouled off by Donovan. Donovan batting .338 with 1 homer. There's Oliver Marmol, 35-year-old, the youngest manager in the majors this year. .22 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, and a .338 batting average. That one's up and away, ball 3. Up and in, ball 3. .3-2, fouled off again. They did, Raph. 3-2, swung on and missed. Sit down, Edmund. Sit down. Sorry about that. Sit down, Donovan. Here's a link if you want to come in, Raph. Ball one to Goldschmidt. Swat foul. 1-1. Oh, never mind. Who's the other guy in here? And that's a base hit in the left, so Goldschmidt will get a run. Will be the first man on in the game. Cardinals have their first hit. Back. Here's Nolan Arenado. Tied for fifth in the NL in ribbies with 42, 276 batting average, 12 home runs, 840 OPS. Up and in, ball one. Easy. You're probably wondering why I'm calling this game its game of the week. That one's fouled back. I would have called any of the Met games out on the West Coast, but the problem was many of them started too damn late. And I wasn't really paying attention for the Met Brewer game, for the start of the Met Brewer series, so I couldn't call it that one. Anyway, it's caught. Strike two. Two and two. Sorry about that, folks. The wire that charges my portable CD player got caught under the wheel of my chair and broke it too badly. Bit of a stability issue. There we go. 2-2 pitch on the connection. 2-2 pitch. Here. And Arnall falls that one back behind the screen out of play. 2-2. Let's look at the player resume of Arenado. 9 Gold Gloves, 5-time All-Star, 3-time home run leader in the National League, 2-time NL RBI leader. But many of those were with the Rock. Almost all of those were with Colorado, or just about all of them were with the Rockies. 2-2 again. Ball 3 up and away. Neither do I, Raph. Neither do I. But we're not talking about the WWE here. We're doing baseball, not wrestling. Maybe after this game, I'll do my Slammiversary picks. But I don't know. Arenado Third most gold gloves by a third baseman. Goldschmidt's going to go, but it's popped up to left, or it's hit deep to left, I should say, and that ball is gone into the seats on the monster. 2-0 Cardinals on Arenado's 13th. A 382, a 10 went 101 off the bat and 382 feet up and on to the and into the monster seats. Nolan Gorman gets ball one low and away, low and in. Throw to first to Gordon by Gorman, and the throw is out. Do not test me, Hibbett. I'll kill you if you do. Anyway, first inning comes to a close. 2 runs, 2 hits. Nobody left. Boston coming up. With the Cardinals leading 2-0. Sure, Raph. You want in here, Hibbett? I left the StreamYard link in the chat, so get your ass in here if you want. But no Biden trolling shit, or I'll kick you out. Got it? I hate commercials. Anyway, let's look at the Red Sox batting order. They'll lead off with Duran, who's playing center, followed by Rafael Devers at third, JD Martinez DHing, Xander Bogaerts at short, Trevor Story at second, batting fifth, Francisco Cordero and Darrow in left. Or what is that Cordero's name? Anyway, Dalbec at first, bat seventh, Jackie Bradley Jr. batting eighth and right, and Ken Plawecki, the former Met, batting ninth behind the plate. Oh, Frenchie Cordero, excuse me. That's Nolan Gorman. It's Gorman, never mind. And Dakota Hudson taking the mound for the Cardinals tonight. 4-3 record in 12 starts for this kid. First pitch is a strike. For Jarren Duran. This is only the fourth game Duran has played in this year. He's 22 out of 7. No homers, no RBIs. 7 out of 22, I should say. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2. 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. This is only his 8th game of the season that he's playing in. 1-2. Hits it to second. Throw to first. Throw to Goldie. Got to Edmund to Goldschmidt, 1 down. .41% four-seamer is Dakota Hudson. Strike one to Rafael Devers. Ball one ricochets off the dirt and off the cat. Devers, 16 homers, 42 ribbies, 333 batting average for the Red Sox. And there's Alex Cora, a guy who got outlawed for at least a year from the Sox after their sign stealing scandal. Shot back to the mound, flipped by Hudson to Goldschmidt, 2 away. St. Louis in their alternative powderish blue uniforms tonight with the red St. Louis logo, Red Sox in their traditional whites. J.D. Martinez, 349 batting average, second in the majors. 8 home runs, 28 RBIs, or is it 29 RBIs? I don't know what the number is. Come on, JD. I'm going to need some fantasy points. Yeah, Martinez is on my fantasy team. Bite me. That's blooped in the right center. But it's caught to end the inning on the second pitch. So nothing across. Says Bader catches it. So nothing across for the Sox. We'll go to the second. With the score, St. Louis 2, Boston 0. Other games that wrapped up today. The Cubs handed the Braves their second loss in a row, their first time losing consecutive games since the end of last month when they lost 2 of 3 of the Diamondbacks around Memorial Day weekend. This one a 6-3 loss to the Cubs at Wrigley in the friendly confines. The Yankees win their 9th in a row overall with a win over the 4-0 shutout of the Blue Jays. Tigers doubled up on the Rangers 14-7. The White Sox shut out the Astros 7-0 in Houston. The Mets win their 3rd in a row, but barely 3-2 over Miami to put them to 21 over 500 and get their lead over the Braves back to 6.5 games in the NL East. Royals shut out the A's 2-0. It's 1-0 in LA in favor of Cleveland. Compliments of a fielding error by Max Muncy on a ground ball by Oscar Mercado that allowed Ahmed Rosario to score. It's tied at 6 in Baltimore, top of the 9th, between them and Tampa. 6-5, bottom 8 in Pittsburgh, in favor of San Francisco. Strike one to Ty O'Neill as we come back for the top of the second. It's 4-2, bottom 10, 1 out for the Mariners. They're down to the Angels 4-2. Ball 1 in game 1 of a doubleheader between the Angels and Mariners. Ball two to Ty O'Neill. Shift to the left. Crawford deals the pitch, and it's low and outside again. Ball three. Dave Bush has got to get out there to calm this kid down. Here's the 3-1. Base hit through the hole. Hole on the right side by Ty. Ken Rosenthal kind of bores me. Third hit of the night for the Redbirds. Dylan Carlson takes strike one over the middle. Four homers, 15 RBIs for Carlson has come back from a stress fracture in his rib cage. Ball one. Oh, this is Sale. Never mind. Excuse me, guys. Swing and a miss. Strike two by Carlson. One, two to Carlson. 2-2. Starting pitchers for the Red Sox, they were 11-14 in May with a 394 batting average and less than 5 innings per start from them. This month, 9-2 with a 2 ERA and just over 5 innings to start, and that's a fair ball into the corner. O'Neill's going to round third. He's going to score. Carson's going to stop at second with a double, and it's 3-0 in favor of St. Louis. O'Neill went on the pitch, so makes sense he scored. And then again, Fenway is probably the most hitter-friendly ballpark in the majors. Harrison Bader's up next, strike one. Ball one. Bader, 263 batting average, 5 homers, 20 RBIs, 689 OPS. Swing and a miss, 1-2. One-two pitch. Missed just barely. 2-2. Blowing away again, 3-2. Kinzer waiting on deck. I was wondering, I've only called one Cardinal game at all this year, and for those who don't remember, it was last month, game one of a doubleheader against the Mets, which was won by the Mets. That's popped up, foul territory. Pilecki is not going to get it. It goes into the seats. Oh, it was caught by, sorry about that. It was not Pilecki who caught that. That was Bobby Dahlbeck that got it. Of Big Papi Davey Ortiz's money, yeah, I'll pass. Especially when you know that a third of that money is going to go to the IRS anyway. Fuck the IRS. Strike one. On the Kinzer. And again, last time these two met in the World Series, 2013. While not the sweep that the Sox got in 2004 over St. Louis, it was still enough to get, it was a win enough to get Big Papi the MVP that year and Boston a title at a time when they needed it after the Boston Marathon bombing. Pop up caught by Devers on the infield grass, 2 down. There's Albert Pujols, who is not in the lineup. Maybe they'll use him to pinch hit. This will be as he's on his farewell tour. In the same way Derek Jeter was in 2014, he got a hug from Big Papi. Yeah, he never should have left St. Louis for Anaheim. Edman fouls that one off. St. Louis comes into this half a game ahead of the Brew Crew in the NL Central. Tommy Edman flew out in the first inning. 7 homers, 27 RBIs this year for him. All one in the dirt. 1-1. Ball 2, low and away again. That's shot foul. 2-2. I wish I knew what wings are above replacement are. It means Edman number 2 in that in overall, but he's number 1 in the NL. Barely ahead of Manny Machado of the Padres. Here's the 2-2. Takes inside, ball 3. Full count. Now pitch chopped over the mound. Bogarts comes in. He got him. Bogarts and Story nearly collided, but Bogarts scoops it up and gets the out. But just barely got him. We'll go to the bottom of the second. St. Louis up 3-0. Oh, okay. Back for bottom of the second. Hudson only needed 9 pitches to get out of the first inning. They'll face Xander Bogaerts to start the second. And he'll take a first pitch outside ball one. And Bogaerts takes the first pitch outside ball one. Top 5 in the majors with a .339 batting average. He sits number 4, 6 homers and 31 ribbies. Fouls that one off the top of the bat. 1-1 as it went to the backstop. He hit towards the backstop. Ball 2. He has 25 extra base hits and 40 runs. Swing and a miss, strike 2 by Bogaerts. He fished after that one, low and out. Ground ball, base hit for Bogaerts, and he's the first Sox to get on the bases. As that one went in the left. Here comes Trevor Story, who signed that 6-year, $140 million contract in March with the Red Sox. This season's first 24 games, 0 homers, 10 ribbies. Next 15, he hit 9 homers, 27 ribbies, but his last 15 or 20, he's had 7 RBIs. But entering tonight, he's hitting career lows. 222 in batting average, 420 in slugging, 778 in OPS. His Story. So the switch from the Rocky Mountains to the Beanpot has not, from the Mile High City to the Beanpot, has not really been a smooth one for Story. 215 batting average going into this game. Strike 1. That's Pop foul and going out of play behind the seats. The thing on the Rockies are a bunch of cheapskates. No more and no less. 0-2 up and in, 1 and 2. One, two fouled off. And he swings and misses at that one. I don't know what the hell Trevor's doing swinging at that one so low and in the dirt. Trevor, you better wake the fuck up. And you swung way too early at that pitch. Hudson got you fishing, you dumb fuck. Here's Cordero. That one's way outside, ball one. Franchi Cordero, 220 hitter, 3 homers, 18 RBIs, 669 OPS. Ball 2 up and in. Ball 3. I don't know what Dakota Hudson's doing by throwing it that far out. Bobby Dahlback waits on deck. Strike 1. That one just stayed inside the zone. 6'3", 226 pounds, 27 years old is Franchi Cordero. 3-1 count. And that's ball 4 outside. He'll walk. So it'll be first and second, 1 man out for the Sox. Here's Dahlback, 201 batting average, 5 homers, 16 RBIs, 615 OPS. For those wondering why I'm getting the Cardinals and Sox instead of the Guardians and the Dodgers, it's a regional coverage issue. Everyone in the East, with the exception of those living in Cleveland, are getting this game, and everyone in the West is getting Guardians versus Dodgers. First pitch from Hudson. In the Dahlback, ball 1, low and away. Dakota Hudson is grounded into caused 12 double play ground ball double play outs, most of any pitcher in the majors this year. 1-0, up and in, ball 2. Hey, Eevee, you didn't think I'd be doing a baseball game now, did you? You want to hop in? Here's a link for you, Eevee, if you want to hop in. 2-0 pitch. That's a broken bat shot to left center, base hit. And that's going to get Boston on the board with an RBI single. It's 3-1. Bobby Dahlbeck gets the Sox on the board. Bogart scores. Cordero goes to third on the hit. Here's Jackie Bradley Jr., a cagey vet. Okay, if you insist. Strike one to JBJ. Yeah, his batting average is just over 236. At 236 is Jackie so far with this 300 month. Here's the 0-1 to him. Ground ball. That's going to be a double play. Second one, throw to first. Got him. 4-6-3, and that ends the inning. But the Sox do get a run. 3-1 Cardinals after 2. We're back with the top of the third inning. First pitch is a strike to Donovan. We're going to get to talk to Adam Wainwright, who this year in his final career as a Cardinal, 60 strikeouts, 24 walks, 306 batting average, 9 and a third innings, 5-5 record in 13 starts. No, you don't, buddy. One pitch, low in the dirt, 2-1. Here's the 2-1. That's fouled off. 2-2. That's fouled off again. Still 2-2. Got him looking. One down. Goldschmidt. Schmitty with him. Stares at the first pitch low. Ball 1. Strike 1. Strike 2. So this is the longest I've gone on StreamYard. Now at officially 48 minutes. Ball 2. Low in the dirt. Of course, the longest baseball game I've called is just a little over less than 2 hours and 15 minutes. That was the Met Rocky game a few weeks ago. At least, unlike the ones on MLB.tv, I don't have to deal with the plethora of bullshit commercials interrupting the action. That one's fouled off. Foul off again. 2-2. Of course, we all know the fastest game I've called this year is a basketball one, which went a little more than 2.5 hours. And the Super Bowl has been my longest stream to date. Ball 3, that was a little outside. So we got a full count on Goldschmidt, who reached with a single in the first and later scored on the Nolan Arenado 2-run bomb to left. Here's the payoff pitch. Foul off again. Debatable at best, but then again, he wasn't used last night. Payoff pitch again. That's popped up. Devers under it. He's got it. 2 down. Arenado takes the first pitch as a strike at the knees, 0-1. 2-run homer in the first. That was his 13th of the year for RBIs 43 and 44 for Arenado. That one's fouled off. 1-1, 0-2 to Nolan. Swung and I missed strike three, and that ends the inning. So Crawford gets out of this 1-2-3, gets out of the third, clean as a sheet, no damage done on in any regard. 2.5 complete. Cardinals 3, Boston 1. St. Louis 3, Boston 1. This is my first time doing this legit Tana and Bad Dog style. More so doing this Tana's way than I am Bad Dog, since he uses an ESPN backdrop. Since he has ESPN.com in the backdrop. Don't you mean that could have cost us the game, Sentinel? And you're right, it could have, but it didn't. Only cost us one run, and we managed to hang on. Because of it, Mets are now 21 over 500, 6.5 up on Atlanta, 8 still ahead of Philadelphia. Yes, I say 8 because I do believe that Philly is going to beat Washington. And considering the fact they've only lost 2 of their last 13. Speaking of the devil, they're now in extras in DC. 1 each. Let's see. Home run by Yariel Munez in the 7th. Lane Thomas tied it with a single in the 9th. How many outs were there when that happened? 2 out, of course. Should have known. LA just took the lead on a 3-run with 3 runs. Austin Barnes with a sac fly and a 2-run homer by Trey Turner, his 9th of the season. And the Indians are actually getting no hit. Ball 1 up and away. Kevin Plawecki will lead off the third. He's not had a good year this year. 141 batting average, 1 homer, 4 RBIs, and a 441 OPS for the backup catcher of the Sox. Only because Vasquez is getting a day off. Ball 3. Takes that pitch for a strike. 3-1. And as I thought, Washington just let a run get home on an RBI single by Hoskins. So 2-1 DC. And Plawecki takes a walk. He takes a base will take his base to lead off the third. Back to the top of the order for the Sox. Pujols has been the only active player from the 1999 draft, and that's left from the 1999 draft. 2000 was the only active players from the 2000 draft: Yadi Molina and Adam Wainwright. These are the last 3 of that era of St. Louis baseball. The only difference is Yadi and Wainwright have been there from beginning to end. Seriously, Hudson, you're trying to pick Plawecki off? I know Plawecki from his time with the Mets. He is not a base stealer. Redbird Legends, all-time franchise ranks. Pujols number 7 in games. Molina number 3. 5-3 in terms of hits. For Pujols and Molina. Pujols number 2 in every other category. And the other 2 categories I missed. Molina ranked number 9. Durant grounded out in the first. No homers, no ribbies. But then he's a new kid. Chopper, four, and they're only able to get the force. And Edmund and Donovan only throws the second to get the force. Based on the positioning of where that ball got hit. Rafael Devers up. Devers fouls that one, and he hits his own third base coach with the ball. 0-1. That's gotta hurt. Fly ball to center, deep but playable. Edge of the track, Bader. He makes the catch. Durant will hold it first. 2-way. Martinez fouls that one off at the end of the bat. 0-1. Well, Ichiro was predominantly a contact hitter. It wasn't until later in his career he tried to hit for power and it blew up in his face. Ball one. Last 7 games, 3 homers for JD. Previous 19, nothing. 1-1. That's on the third. Arenado's got it, flings it to first. That ends the inning. So a walk and a force out mount to nothing for the Sox. 3 innings down, 6 to go. We'll go to the fourth. 3-1, St. Louis. We got that fresh New England lobster being shipped out or being pulled out. And I'm getting hungry. I could use a damn lobster. Storm clouds brewing in over Fenway. Strike one to Gorman. Ball one. Strike two. Fly ball deep center, and that ball is gone. Nolan Gorman smashes it to straightaway center, and it's now 4-1 St. Louis on the leadoff bomb. That one a 440-foot shot to straightaway center. Just right down the center of the plate. Duran was going to have no shot at getting that ball. Ball one, low and away. Ty O'Neill up next. Two zero, ball three. Fouled off, 3-1. Ground ball to Bogart till Devers will scoop it up, throw to first in time. Strike one. Dylan Carlson with an RBI double back in the second to put the Cards up 3-0. That one gets away, ball one. That one's fly foul, 1-2. Foul up again, 1-2. too. Inside ball 3 on the 2-2 pitch. It's now 5-1 in LA. And the no-no's gone. Compliments of Oscar Gonzalez. Tough break for Julio Urias as he actually had that one ricochet off him and go to Turner. I'm doing a little scoreboard watching, folks. Payoff pitch, chopper the shit. Throw the first, got him, 2 down. Hibbett, this is the last time I'm warning you. Either stop trying to political bait me or I'm putting your fucking ass in timeout. Got it? Or I'll just flat out block you. Take your pick. Either shut up with the Biden's America crap or you're getting punished. Do you understand me, you son of a bitch? If I catch one more of that of you, you're gone. And from you, you're fucking out of here. Look to the left. Couldn't get it. Bader goes to second with a double. Try telling that son of a bitch that, shiny Eevee. How about you do me a favor and do me a favor? You're a mod in my channel on YouTube. Kick me. Either put him in timeout or ban him from being in here. It's his options. It's his choice. Better yet, I'll do it. Which would explain why Hibbett's been the troll calling me Jason. Throw short to first time in the end, but a solo bomb for the Cardinals puts him up and gives him another run. 3.5 down, 5.5 to go, and it's 4-1 St. Louis. Five viewers. We're an hour plus in. Been a pretty good game so far. 4-1 in favor of the Cardinals. You know, the Red Birds. Want to hop in now, Eevee? We're back. Bomb 4. Cardinals up 3. Xander Bogaerts up first. To face Dakota Hudson. Ball 1. Their Kinsner grounded out to shortstop. Ball 2. Ball 3, low and away. Takes that pitch for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Fenway fans doing the wave. Try to get the Sox back into this. 3-1 pitch from Hudson. Strike 2. That was in and out of the glove. Don't bother him, Bogaerts. Full count. But I agree. If you can't catch it, it's not. If you don't catch it, it's not a strike. If that ball pops out of the glove, regardless of where it lands in the zone, it should be ball 4 unless it's swung at. And he just stared at it. Strike 3. Hudson got lucky. The ump called strike 2 on that ball that popped out of Carlson's glove. I was right. Phillies win again. 2-1 over Washington in 10 innings. Foul ball by Story. 0-1. It's no wonder the Nationals are the worst team one of the worst teams in the NL. Swing and a miss by Story. 0-2. Again, why is he chasing ones that low and in the dirt? That's what got him the last time he was at bat back in the second. True. This time he doesn't chase it. Strike ball 1. Here you come, Eevee. What's up? You watching the game?
Yeah, I'm watching. I'm listening to the game anyways as well, so no big deal.
Story flies one to right, and it's gonna fall for a hit. So who are you pulling for, St. Louis or Boston? I couldn't care either way. I'm a Mets fan, but I'm just watching this because it's game of the week.
Well, I wouldn't care who wins anyways, as well.
Who's your ball club?
My ball club, well, like my ball club was the Yankees, but I kind of like stopped, getting too much with, with all the sports drama. I just see which are the best teams anyways that I like.
You picked a bad time to get off the Yankee bandwagon. Ball 1, won the Frenchie Cordero.
But it was like years ago that I stopped, caring too much of the Yankees, so
Oh, well, I mean, that'll be a good time to get back on it. They've won 9 in a row.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna time out Jets because he keeps talking about political stuff.
Ban him.
What?
I told that son of a bitch.
He's making a lot of sock accounts, I could say.
Ground the first, stop on the bat for one, but not the second. So they'll get the out at first, but Story will go to second on the throwing error. Hibbit, I'm warning you. One more fucking dummy account and your ass is banned from ever coming back on my YouTube channel, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if you want to talk about politics stuff, talk about it in the political channel.
And I don't do political channels. Better yet, I'll hunt you down and I'll kill you, Hibbit. But I won't go that far or if you push. But that's only if you push me too over the edge. Ball one. Won the Bobby Doll back. Dahlback has the only run for the Sox tonight.
Yeah.
He's got a runner in scoring position. Scoring summary for St. Louis, a 2-run homer by Nolan Arenado, a Dylan Carlson double, and a homer by Nolan Gorman in the first, second, and fourth, respectively. Bobby Dahlback with a single in the second is the only run for the Sox. Did you happen to catch my stream last week with Mega Man NG, Eevee?
Mega Man NG,
Or Destiny Decade?
I missed those stuff. What was
We
that all
just went
about?
over the New Japan Dominion card last weekend.
Oh,
Ball 3.
the new Japan Dominion card?
Wrestling.
Oh, wrestling. Oh. Yeah, the only wrestling I've been knowing so far is WWE a lot.
I'm basically boycotting until they get Roman Reigns and or Brock Lesnar or both out of the title picture.
Yeah. For me,
3-0 pitch.
I kind of like stopped working with the anime event organization because I told you the story about what happened to Lady Tora, but they couldn't kick her out because of stupid policies, and at the same time they're just afraid of her.
Which con was this at? Fraser warming up the pen.
It was like few months ago. It was it's called MCon.
Where's that at?
It's in the East Meadow Public Library in New York, in Long
Oh.
Island.
Speaking of New York, Vic's going to be showing up in August for a trading card show.
I know, but I don't want to go. I don't want to go all the way to New York City because it's like a bit of a long ride for me to get there.
But don't you live in the Sound?
Well, I live like a boat trip away from Connecticut, so yeah.
Fouled off again. I was at Animazement a couple of weeks ago. Didn't really get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Point is, I was like, I was caught in the situation because they shouldn't be doing real life stalking, but the problem is, Lady Tor had been like hunting me down for years, to be honest.
Why not just hit her with brass knuckles to get her off your case?
Or get a harassment lawyer file all restraining order, anyways.
True.
Cause like, yeah,
And I
there's not.
mean, I mostly talk to the guys that I know are either on Vic's side or basically staying out of it when I was at Animazement.
Yeah, for me, I'm just staying out of the Vic situation. That's the thing, as in, like, this Wii board is getting too tiring, to be honest. That's all I'll say.
Get what you're saying, but I can't help but keep the fight going. Ball 4. Continue the fight for myself. In my case.
The problem
Hudson
is,
Walk
Yeah,
Dahlback. Runners on first and second. 2 outs.
and the problem is they think I'm like Alex Jones 2.0 because they say I spread conspiracies. I don't spread any conspiracies.
Mm. I thought there'd be more of me, but given how small my YouTube channel is,
Yeah,
I'm thinking that's the only thing that's keeping me under the radar, despite the fact how often I've gone after Mars Girl.
yeah.
And to be fair, I have a reason for going after her. It's not because she was the one who caused all this. She actually went after me using trying to get me off her back by using my mother and the cops to blackmail me.
And I may think about suing Mars Girl, like I said, in some point if I'm gonna join in the lawsuit fight with Vic and anyone else who wanna join in.
If anything, he should have sued her first.
Yeah, that's true.
All three.
Like, like Mars Girl's like the lowest. I forgot what was it. What most people say about it. The lowest.
She's a maggot in the pecking order.
Oh, the Magnet and Peggy order. Yeah, Vic should have done that. Then instead of going to.
After Crunchyroll. Ball 4 and the bags are loaded up.
Mhm.
And Marmel's going out to take the ball out of Hudson's hands. Alex Cora, Sox offense, when he had the beard, 10 out of 19, only 228 batting average, 3.2 runs a game. But after shaving it, they've won 25 of their last 41, their last 36. 6 runs a game, 282 batting average. That's interesting. But still, even with that 25-11 record, they're 14 games back in the AL East, with the Yankees having won their ninth in a row today with a 4-0 shutout over Toronto.
And about like I stand with Vic reports.
Ports?
So I stand with Vic reports is basically the new version of I stand with Vic fails, but it's basically
A
I figure
dummy
out what's
account?
yeah dummy account and I figure out who's the identity of I stand with Vic fails and reports. It's Daniel Fitzpatrick.
Hmm. At least now we got a name to this son of a bitch. Do we have a face? Ball 2.
He's been caught anyways. He's been using multiple accounts. Like when he was playing as I stand with Vic fails, as in he's larping as a Korean woman.
Hmm. Well, in any
And
case, let's focus on the game.
yep.
2 balls, no strikes from Hudson
All right.
to Plawecki, who walked in his first at bat last inning, up and in ball 3. The Fenway faithful on their feet. Hudson really starting to struggle. He's given up 4 walks. 3-0 count to Plawecki. Will he take a strike? No, he won't. That's going to bring a run home, and it's 4-2. And the lead is now cut in half for St. Louis. And if I'm Omar, I'd make the call of the pen, and he's doing just that to get somebody warming up.
So I forgot which league is this in the.
Oh, this is interleague play. National against American.
Oh, I see.
Vernhager warming up in the bullpen for the Cardinals. 0-1. That's fouled off by Durant to the left. 0-2. Durant's ground out and ground into a force out. Oh, 2 pitch is low. Ball 1. Ball 2. Missed on the inside.
All right.
Fouled it off. Two pitch. Ground ball to the third base side. Arnall fires to first. Got him!
All right.
Let's see. Did he get him? Yes, he did, just before the foot hit the bag. 4 innings down. It's 4-2, St. Louis.
Oh, by the way, are you on Truth Social?
Yes.
Yeah, let me follow you. Hold on.
You'll find me under at Sting's Disciple 2. Yeah, it's a little stupid. My Twitter account handles the same as my Truth Social handle. What's yours? Eevee Cosplay Rep? Eevee Cosplay?
It's Morley Shiny Evolution cosplayer. Because I'm trying to be on Truth Social to be away from the screenshot stalkers for a while. Because until when Musk takes over, I'll be back on Twitter. Oh yeah, I followed you there. Thanks for the follow since you're the first follow there.
New pitcher for the Red Sox. Top of the order for the Cardinals. Strike one to
So it was winning so far.
St. Louis. It's 4-2. Edmonds
Well,
up, and the new pitcher's name is. Let me look it up. Ball one strike. Ryan Bracer. His main flaw is that he throws too many pitches that go for long balls. 26 appearances, 5.01 ERA, 0.2 record. Ground ball, throw by Story, got him on the off balance toss. Not sure if the jump was needed, but he got him.
see.
Donovan takes ball one.
Hmm.
I'm guessing you hide yourself behind the banner to retain anonymity.
For now, like I don't want to show my face in the moment because my camera gets gets a little burned up often when I keep it on so long.
Oh. And the fact you want to retain anonymity.
Not really much. I don't feel like showing my face very much.
I make no qualms at throwing myself in the spotlight.
Yeah. Sometimes like I could show my face. Sometimes I don't. That's how I feel. I'm like an on and off switch.
True. Ball two. Okay, how is that a ball? That was right over the damn plate. Or maybe even just a little in on the plate. 3-1 count. Glad not doing this game from a mountain retreat in Pennsylvania. Ball four. And you're wondering why I said that?
Yeah.
The retreat I went to in Pennsylvania, which was near the Amish Triad area,
Oh
they would
yeah,
have
that
church
area.
services Tuesdays through Tuesdays through Sunday mornings.
I see.
Things in the summer, which made doing Saturday night baseball games impossible, or would make it impossible. Strike one to Goldschmidt as he chased it. Yeah, what the hell's up with that? The Dodgers not hitting anything? Goldschmidt fouls that one off, 0-2. Goldschmidt got a single in the first inning and scored on the Arenado homer to left. Best record in the month of June: Yankees 15-1, Phillies 15-2, Braves 14-2, Red Sox and Guardians tied at 12-3. 0-2 pitch on the way, or not. You're wondering how I know that Hibbit guy? We're in the same Discord server. Swung on a missed strike three. And he's always trolling me with the Buy in America crap when I know certain things that should not be discussed because YouTube will censor me about the election, and I don't want to get into.
Yeah, I don't want to talk too much politics in my channel. Mostly, I just do things game related stuff.
It's like I do most things: sports, fast food, Vic, and or even convention related. Strike one. One Arenado. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Arenado hits one to the left. The center, but this one's playable. Duran will catch it, and that ends the top of the fifth. So no runs, a walk, one stranded. We're halfway home in Beantown, 4-2, St. Louis.
So, any plans for tomorrow?
Already did my Father's Day stuff today. My dad's losing his marbles a bit. He's got Alzheimer's,
Oh, I see.
so we did some Father's Day stuff. I gave him his Father's Day card today. My brother took him out for wings, even though I was supposed to go, but there was some miscommunication.
Yeah, for me, I have to do like some Father's Day stuff since I have to like set up a good breakfast and a good dinner.
Throw in the fact that my dad got canned recently.
Oh,
But again, he's a workaholic, but Alzheimer's, that sort of thing will come back to bite you. Know what I mean?
yep.
The ironic thing is, he's actually 7 years younger than Vince McMahon.
Wow. Yes, for me, well, like after like I left MCon, well, the only thing is I don't want to blame on them or anything because you know how scared they are and everything. Think about start on not working with them anymore for a long time because they let the Karen win and they lost their favorite worker.
True. And with me, the reason I took the fight to stick up for Vic, I didn't want what happened to me under legit circumstances happening to him under bogus ones. Two cons in my area basically blackballed me for stuff that I did do because I didn't know better. And they throw Vic out under a bullshit allegations. And these are two cons he served as a linchpin for years. Anyway, ball one from Dakota Hudson, ball two to Rafael Devers.
Oh, Hurricane Hatch say what's up? Any thoughts on the new Stranger Things season?
I don't have a Netflix account, Hatch, so I wouldn't know. Foul ball. Even though my mom is using the Netflix account of an old friend who was a psycho who was living with us through the early stages of the pandemic. Believe me, this one was a schizo. She died last year, and unbeknownst, and I don't want to go into details,
Yeah, it's too much to say.
but she uses that Netflix account, but I don't think she watches Stranger Things, nor does she care for it. 3 and 1. And I don't watch Stranger stuff like that anyway. Devers pops it up. Foul, and we got a full count. Any thoughts of when we're going to get a new season of Invincible? Swung on a miss, strike 3. Eevee?
Well, I'm not sure. I don't keep on certain shows I like. I don't even know of, anyways.
Well, I mean, I know The Boys is at least halfway through its new season. Granted, I don't watch The Boys. I only know what I know of it through clips and people reviewing the show. Anyway, here's JD Martinez. Ball 1. That one's right over the plate, and JD does nothing with it. Strike 1. You want to come in, Hatch? Got room for one more person. Grounder to short. Edman fires, and he's got it. And Goldschmidt will throw him out. 2 down. Guess Hatch didn't want to join. That one
Yeah.
actually hopped up and nearly got away from Edman before he got it.
Yeah, come on, Hatch. Don't be shy about that. It takes a while to join.
So there, Bogarts takes ball 1 inside.
Yeah, but for now, I'm not going to any cons for a while until, things get settled down.
I've been a little selective with my conventions. I mean, the only reason I went to Amazement was because I had to patch things up with Kyle Bear, not so much for grilling him on if he was on Vic's side or not, but more being too overly talkative on his Twitch streams. At least Kyle is still an amiable guy. Foul back, 1-2. Hansel Robles warming up in the bullpen for the Red Sox. 1-2. Chopper, foul. Most of them as a Diamondback for Goldschmidt. First team in MLB history with 5 Gold Glovers in a single season with St. Louis. Towards the middle, and that gets away from Donovan and into the infield. I don't know if that's going to be a base hit or a base hit for Bogarts or an error on Donovan. Let's see. What do you think, Eevee? Error or hit? Hit or error?
It's hard to tell.
I'll check MLB.com and see what they say about it. They call it a single ricocheted by Donovan. Strike 1 to Story. Last inning, he got a bloop single in the right and then scored on the walk by Plawecki. Ball 1. Rockies made a mistake in letting Story go. Talk about avalanche into depression for Story. Chops it back to third, and they're going to go to second for the force to end the inning. So 1 hit, but nothing else for the Sox. 5 innings complete, 4-2, St. Louis Cardinals. Do I try too hard to be professional when I'm doing these games, Eevee?
You're not that hard. It's easy to understand what goes on, but like with those speech announcers, like when you see them, they sometimes they make it hard when they speak differently, like, oh, something that's not related to the game, like, all the stuff.
I mean, like all the stuff we're talking about that's not related to the game.
Something like that, yeah. But even though I stopped watching so much TV sports often because, TV sports, it
They've
gets
gone
in
too
those
far.
commercials.
Well, that and they've gone too far to an insane degree to placate to a bunch of to certain groups these days.
Yeah, certain groups. But like and there's people who are in certain groups don't want to be catered or anything. They just want to be like us.
Then again, that's how deep and wide the internal infiltration of the country has been.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna stay away from mines for a while because since they couldn't go through my Twitter, they had to go through my mines page.
Mine's page?
Mines is basically it's like an alternative to Instagram except it's different.
Oh, the only other alternative. I don't have. I may have an Instagram account, but I don't really. But I'm never on it.
Yeah, with Facebook, I I kind of delete my page because of, I don't want them to find out, my old photos or anything to troll against me.
Most of my photos are all cosplay content,
Yeah, but
cosplay and wrestling. Actually, I'm kind of
yeah.
a freelancer when it comes to that.
Morally, I'm just gonna stop. Morally, I kind of like needed to find a way to just to say my name. That's all I could say.
I mean, Twitter in the 10 years or so I've had my account, I've only done a little less than 1,200 tweets. Swing and a miss by Gorman, strike one. And it's Hansel Robles now on the mound for the Sox.
Hmm.
Fouls that one off. Ball one up way high, ball one from Hansel. Ball two on outside. At least I think this is Hansel Robles on the mound for the Sox. Yes, it is. For Gorman, that was his 4th homer of the year back in the 4th inning. 2-2 pitch on the way. Did he go? No. Yes, he did. Strike 3. And Mike Trout blasted another homer. That was enough to get the W for the Angels in the first game of the doubleheader, 4-2 in 10. Second game's going to be in another hour. It's been a tale of two seasons for the Angels when you think about it. That one's driven deep by O'Neill, and that one is gone. Ty O'Neill blasts one straight center, 5-2 St. Louis. That was his fourth of the year. .410-footer, exit velo of 108. That one was just crushed. Ball one to Carlson. So 4 out of the 5 Cardinal runs scored so far have been by the way of the long ball. And the only one who has a run that didn't come by that way coming up is right now is at the plate, Dylan Carlson. Ball one low in the dirt from Robles. Ball two in the dirt from Hansel Robles. Robles, of course, spent quite a few years with the Mets before he got shipped out, I believe in, let's see, when did he get shipped out? 2-0 pitch, ball three. Got shipped out in 2018 to the Angels. And then last year he got shipped out from the Angels then he got shipped out to the Twins, ball four on the walk. Started last year with the Twins, and then he got traded to Boston, and now he's with the Sox. And Bogart's coming to the mound to try to calm Robles down before he faces Harrison Baker. Yeah, it is Baker coming up. Oh, Robles, I think he's hurt something. Gonna let him throw a practice pitch. It looks okay. Albeit barely in first place of the NL Central with the Cardinals. Ball one. Bader hit a double in the fourth, but it didn't amount to anything. That one's low and away, ball two. Monday on FS1, we'll see the Cardinals battle the Brew Crew. Unfortunately, I will not get that game based on my TV setup. Ball 3. Something's wrong with Robles' mechanics. Strike 1. So a strikeout, a homer, and a walk in the first 3 batters of Hansel Robles' face here in the 6th. Strike 2. Yeah, wild card loss to the Dodgers. That's a terrible chopper. And it's a fair ball, and it's going to be a single for Harrison Bader. Slow roller up the third base line. Tough break. Offense the last 7 innings. 9 runs, 9 hits, 3 of them homers. All 3 of them coming tonight. Sawamura now warming up in the bullpen for the Sox, which means Robles could be going out after this batter. Andrew Kinninzer now on. He's popped up and he's ground out. Cardinal catcher has not been hitting well this year. Low 1. Yeah, then St. Louis ended up getting knocked down that division round by the Cubs in 2015. Ball 2. If I'm Alex Cora, I pull Hansel right now. If his arm is that messed up, get him out of there. That's fouled off, 2-1. Nice catch by the ball girl. Look, I don't mind making the ball the individual who gets the foul balls along the baselines a gender neutral position. But sometimes pushing females into male sports is a little overkill.
That's true.
Vice versa. Ball 3 up and away to
Yeah.
Kinsner.
Yeah, and the point is, with they say, oh, try and put a trans woman into a sports team. It's not that right, to be honest. Same thing
If you
with.
ask me, it's basically a men taking advantage of women because they were so insecure about themselves as their natural gender of men, and likewise women doing the same thing, trying to pass themselves off as men when they were so insecure about their own femininity.
That's true.
Strike 2, by the way, full count to Kinsner.
And even though they should have their own league, if it's like a trans league, I'm not sure.
That would actually make things even worse, if you ask me.
I'm just saying,
I know, but I'm just saying that would make things worse. Pop foul. Oh, and into the crowd. behind the Red Sox dugout. And Ozzie Smith, let's not forget about him. There's that 1-2-3 punch. And there's Willie McGee, the assistant coach of the St. Louis Cardinals, who was part of those 80s Cardinal squads that did win a title in 82, but were rather consistent in getting to the World Series in the 80s, losing to the Royals in 85, the Twins in 87. Here's the payoff. Robles checks the runner's back. He checks Bader. Checks Carlson back to second. Gonna try to pick off, no good. Carlson back easily. Personally, I'm not a fan of trying to pick a runner off at second and like that. If you know what I mean, Eevee.
I see.
Mostly because you got the shortstop or second baseman have to rush back to the bag while the runner can just dive right back to it. And the defenders and the fielders have to run to it at the right angle to catch the runner before they can get back to the bag. Jake Dykman now also warming up in the bullpen for the Red Sox alongside Sawamura, excuse me. Ball 4, so it's not going to matter. Okay, I'm confused. Okay. So it was ball 4. The pickoff doesn't, the catch stealing doesn't count. So that loads the bags up, and I think if I'm Alex Cora, pull Robles now. That was off and away from the plate. I don't know why Pilecki even bothered trying to throw someone out if it was ball 4. By default, you let him go. And now Cora comes out to take the ball. Is it going to be Sawamura or Dykman to come out? It's Sawamura. We'll be right back. (5-2), top of the 6th, 1 out. Cardinals with the bags loaded here in Fenway. In other games, it's 6-1. Dodgers on top of the Guardians. Just a little note, Eevee, I hate the fact Cleveland changed their name to the Guardians just to bend the knee of the mob.
Of course. I prefer it was the Cleveland Indians, but no, they're just too afraid.
Likewise with the Redskins changing their name to the Commanders.
Yeah, they're just too afraid. That's all I can say.
I mean, at least the Blackhawks in Chicago have the backing of the Blackhawk tribe. They're not offended by the name.
Yeah. Even though, like, one of my ancestors is Native American, so I'm not even offended over Redskins.
But then again, in college, they also did the same thing to St. John's Redmen, the Syracuse Orangemen, forcing them to change them to the Red Storm and the Orange, respectively.
Yeah.
Okay, Salmore is a 2-year pro, primarily a bullpen arm. He's 0-1 this year with a 2.91 ERA and 24 appearances. Struck out 17, only walked 1, thrown 329 pitches, 6 walks, 1 intentional walk, 8 runs, 7 of them earned, 2 home runs given up, 17 hits in 21 2/3 innings. Next Saturday, we'll either begin the Rockies and the Twins or Dodgers Braves. And living down here, I'm getting the ladder. And living in the Carolinas, I'm getting the ladder. Actually, I think most people are going to be getting the ladder.
Yeah.
Tommy Edman up. Cardinals trying to add more damage. And this is a chance to really make the Sox bleed, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
Salamura, 34 years old, probably spent most of his time in the Japan League before coming to the majors. If he's only a 2-year major league veteran.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna refill my water cup
Okay,
anyway.
ball 2, ball 1. One pitch. Base hit up the middle. That's going to get 2 home. And it's now 7-2 St. Louis. Edman with now an 8-game hitting streak. That scored Carlson and Bader. 3 runs given up in this inning by Red Sox pitching. 7-2 St. Louis. Donovan takes ball 1 low. The Redbird Regiment is in full force tonight at Fenway. 1-0 pitch. Strike 1 from Salamura. Got that right. Right, AJ? 1-1 pitch. That's foul. 1-2. Well, this is definitely on pace for the longest baseball game I've called. Ground to first. And it's dropped by... But too late on the recovery. Bases loaded. Tough break by Dolbeck. That's going to be a fielding error. Or for sure. That's an E3 and a big E3. Instead of getting a double play or even getting 1 out. That's a photo finish when you look at it. But with Salamura's foot obscuring the view, I can't see whose foot hit the bag first. Swing and a miss by Goldschmidt. 0-1. Goldschmidt 2 for 7 with the bags full, including a grand slam and 7 RBIs. Let's even add to that. Goldschmidt trying to make his case to be the starting first baseman for the NL squad again this year. But he's got a bit of a mountain to climb in the form of Pete Alonso of the New York Mets, who leads the National League in both homers and ribbies. That's a bloop single base hit. That's going to get another 2 runs home. And it's now 9-2 St. Louis. Broke the bat on it, too. Now the floodgates have opened. 5 unanswered runs by St. Louis in the 6th alone. And here's Arenado. Strike 1. So let's see. So far, the Cardinals have gotten 5 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, an error, 2 walks, and runners at the corners with 1 out. 1-1 from Salamura to Arenado. Ball 2. That one went well inside.
Sorry, back on. I thought I was, speaking,
Pair,
but I'm muted.
well, pair of 2-run single by Edmund got another 2 runs home for the Cardinals. Then a fielding error by Dahlback, and Goldschmidt just drove in 2 more with a single. So it's 9-2 St. Louis. And it's 2-2 count to Arenado. Runners on the corners. Still 1 out. Come on, Sala. Fouled off again. Ground ball, base hit in the right center. That's going to score or Donovan, and it's now 10-2. Sheesh. Now it's a batter round for the Cardinals. I haven't called a game this high scoring since the Penguin Capital game I called back in April, and that was hockey.
I see. Even though I usually missed out on live actions like sports without any commercials or anything. Like almost every week during the summer, I used to watch a lot of the Mets games myself.
Hmm. I used to live for Met games, but since moving down here, it's very sporadic. I can catch a game.
So you used to live in Queens, right?
Staten Island. I mean, Brooklyn, then Staten Island.
Oh, I see. And I used to live in Queens myself, but I moved out because, the city, it's kind of got to not in a good way and went in a downhill. It's after when Toys R Us been out of business, the city's not much fun.
Yeah, tell me about it. Even with the quote unquote comebacks of Toys R Us, it's still not the same thing.
Yeah,
Fly ball to center. This one's playable though, and it's caught by Duran. Goldschmidt tags. He'll go to third. 2 out. Calling the game where the Cardinals have gotten double-digit runs and their opponents only have 2. And the last ball game I went to in person had the Cardinals beating an opponent double digits to 2. That was like almost 10 years ago against the Reds.
I see.
What was I doing in Cincinnati? There was a timeshare my parents had booked at an old Victorian in a slum neighborhood in Kentucky. Ball 1.
And as I said before, I've been looking so much at the Mets game often because of I kind of keep winning a lot of free Mets games often back then, like the free tickets from contests.
Was that when the team was still in Shea?
Yeah,
All the Met games I went to were when they were still in Shea.
yeah, I'd still miss when it wasn't Shea, but sadly,
In my
uh,
case, most of the games I went to when they were in Shea, or at least half of them, or close to half of them, were because the school I went to in Queens would go to at least one Met game every spring.
I
2-0
see.
fouled off by Ty O'Neill. 2 balls and a strike.
But sadly, it took over by Citibank. It called City Field.
And they tore old Shea down. But then again, those kinds of stadiums are going out. That kind of stadium was going out of style by then.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's all because you know how corporations want to take over things that are local.
Yep. I mean, the closest minor league ball team to me, the Cannonballers, they started off as the Piedmont Boll Weevils. Then they got turned into the Kannapolis Intimidators, owned by the Earnhardt family. And then they got handed over to the Atrium Health Company. Ball 4 and the bags loaded again on the walk. And they ended up turning it into. And then they renamed themselves the Cannonballers and moved into downtown Kannapolis. And another pitching change. It looks like it's going to be Dykeman coming on. Salmore is done, only 1/3 of an inning. And Cora's bringing out the interpreter for Sawamura. Oh, that was the that was the pitching coach. Never mind. I don't understand this whole USFL crap. What's the point of a spring football league when no one's going to go to it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, even the XFL doesn't work as a spring football league. Making it worse is now they're exclusive to ESPN. Disney's buying out the WWE in a sense. Fuck
Uh,
Disney.
This is why
Strike 'em
I
out.
don't put my money on Disney.
Well, especially with how far they're showing they're waving their political libido. I hate how they butchered Star Wars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, strike two.
And the other thing is, I don't want them touching anime, and it's getting close to that.
Didn't they have their paws on Yokai Watch at one point?
Yeah, and what
And
happened is,
Pokemon?
well, they had that deal with the movie situation, but what happened now is, um, it's getting at the point that with Disney, well, they lack a lot of anime. That's the problem.
And got him staring down, and finally this nightmare inning for the Red Sox is over. But St. Louis blows the doors off with 6 runs on, let's see,
Even though Yokai Watch was a good anime, but at the same time,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, an error, 3 walks, and the bags left loaded. 5.5 complete. 10-2, St. Louis. It'll be Cordero, Dahlback, and Bradley Jr. for the Sox in their half of the 6th. Screw Marvel Phase 4. You know what I mean? Know what I mean, Eevee?
Yeah, for now it's like, I'm gonna try and find a better job since at the moment I'm trying to save up for an electric scooter, but
I've got
still,
one.
you got one?
What's your weight?
My weight? Well, I'm
Yeah.
like I'm like basically normal weight around I could say I'm around the 160s at the moment.
Oh, I'm around 190 to 200. Mine can only carry. You should get some good mileage and up hills on mine since it can hold up to a max of 220.
Yeah. Even I've been losing weight for the past couple of months because the whole situation with the virus and everything. So I'm least likely not to get the virus or anything there anyways.
You're in your what? Mid to late 20s?
I'm like in my early 30s, I could say, or like late 20s and late 30s, I could say.
Oh, well, I'm in my mid 30s.
So yeah.
Right? I never gotten the jab. I space out how often I test, and all the times I've taken it, I've gotten negatives. What about you?
For me, I didn't took the test and I didn't got sick for like a long time.
What
Except,
about the death jabs?
I didn't took those stuff.
Good. Ball one to Franchi Cardero. And in the pitch for is Zach Thompson for St. Louis. He's only been used twice. ERA is 6, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. Ball one. In 9 innings pitch. So Dakota Hudson on the block for the win. Final game of this series on ball 2 will be a 135. It'll be Palante. Cardinals will send Andre Palante against Nick Pivetta for Boston. Ball 3, low and away. Peacock game of the week tomorrow. Phillies and Nationals. Zach Eflin looking to hope lead Philadelphia to its 15th of its last 15th victory in its last 17. He'll take on Jackson Tetralo, who's looking to rebound after a horrible debut outing.
Yeah, but since this
Pitch
the whole situation, the screenshot
popped
stalking
up,
using no
left
picture of
center,
me.
towards the track, not edge of the track, caught by Bader, who gets in front. Of Ty O'Neill. One down. I wonder why Ty. And Kidsner needs a new pitch computer. Dahlback will let that one bounce on ball one. Bounce to Arenado. He's going to fling it to Goldschmidt. Two down. Hmm. 1. Strike one. Strike two. Swing and a miss. Strike three. So 1-2-3 inning for Thompson. 7 innings complete. And it's 10-2 Boston in St. Louis. Black Papa John's.
Uh,
Has that gotten north yet?
I don't eat. I rarely eat Papa John's pizza, but it's kind of fine. But
I was asking, has it made its way up to New York yet?
it's been still in New York.
Oh, I never found one when I lived in New York City. There's plenty of them down south.
Well, do you know like since I used to live near Long Island, and there's one in Elmont, as I remember.
Oh my. That's near where the Islanders have their new home, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing is for now is like the Islanders have their new home, but the problem is with Nassau Coliseum. I don't know why they didn't fix it.
Beats me.
Like Yeah, it's gonna be like my old neighborhood's gonna be basically much trashier, cause to be honest.
Well, it's either they tear down old Fort and never lose or leave it to rot for other events.
Yeah.
Grant, I've only been to one NHL game, and it was when the Islanders were really bad back in '96.
I see. I was little in the time, and I don't know very well with sports.
I mean, I've never been to Madison Square Garden, if you were wondering.
I was there, but I didn't got inside through it. I just went through the ticket area.
As far as basketball games go, all the ones I've been to have been down in Charlotte.
I see.
Austin Davis now on the pitch. I mistake. I thought Dykeman would be pitching the seventh for the Red Sox, and he throws a ball in on Harrison Bader, who singled, doubled, and scored as part of that sixth inning. 1-0. Bader flies one to left. Cordero was under it. He's got it. One down. Phillies Nationals, as I mentioned earlier, ends with a two-game winner in play. A Reese Hoskins single in the 10th. Oh, 14 of the last 16 won by the Phillies since they sacked Joe Girardi. Yeah, Joe was not a good fit for the Phillies. I don't even know what the hell they were thinking signing him to that contract when they brought him in a few years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So how many years ago you moved to North Carolina?
Uh, 23 years ago.
I see. That's around the early 2000s or before.
Yeah, I came down here in September of '99.
Oh yeah, 99.
Oh, looks like Polecki got hit in the mask on the foul ball. Oh, at the end of the bat. Let's see, where did it hit him? Shoulder and got him in the shoulder. How bad is gas a gallon there? Polecki will stick around.
Yep. I gotta be active on YouTube more often for the streams. Not just on YouTube, D Live and Trovo.
Never heard of those. Those alternatives?
Yeah, alternatives away from Twitch.
Hmm.
That's why I don't touch Twitch because
I
lately
have a
I
Twitch
seen
account, but I only use it to get on Vic's channel on Wednesdays.
I see, but for me, I just don't want to use Twitch because like I don't want to get banned. Also, at the same time, I don't want to get disadvantaged by these tot streamers.
True. Ball four. Here's Edmund again. Fouls it off, 0-2. One, two. And a double play to get the out. Time to stretch in Boston. 10-2 in favor of St. Louis. Not like there's really anything to try to rally the Sox behind tonight. Tonight, when you think about it, buddy. And we're about 17 minutes away from eclipsing my longest baseball stream. Or 16 and a half minutes away from it. Let's just hope the amount of damage that was done in the sixth inning by St. Louis doesn't happen in any future inning, so I can at least keep that record intact. Have you ever talked to any of the ISWV guys aside from Trent, Eevee?
Not much. Like on Twitter and on the Discord chats, or other places where I talk to them. Not really
I've tried
much.
talking to Tug, Flash, but I think they use a backup account over on Odyssey.
Yeah. But I talked to Raging Golden Eagle, but he kind of stay away from Ice Dam with Vic situations and Kick Vic situation. But he knows what goes on.
Strike one. Yeah, in Discord, I kind of got chewed up a bit by one of the guys that was on Kiwi Farms for taking it a little too far with some of my stuff.
Yeah. Since one Kiwi farmer kind of went lurking on one of my friends' chats and splurred about things. I think it already did happen, but the only thing is he or she caused the whole scare on Kick Vic. That's all I can say. And then I didn't do
That
anything. Nothing's confirmed.
Wecky
Hmm.
was walked twice.
Yeah.
Scored a run.
The point is like like these people need to be careful on not spreading unconfirmed information. That's the thing. If it's confirmed, I let them know anyway.
And Pilecki punched out on strikes.
Hmm. Well, I'm planning to have a talk with Trent once things clears out. When if he's gonna do a stream, I'm not sure when.
I think he's still a newbie to StreamYard, or he's never used it, right?
Yeah, he never used it. And he's too new on this.
This is only my third time using it.
Well, the only thing is with the StreamYards, well, I'm trying to connect it through my D Live and Trovo, but it doesn't get around that, so I have to use my OBS.
Yeah, it doesn't work on applications like browsers like Safari, DuckDuckGo. It's only compatible with Mozilla, Google Chrome, Firefox, Edge.
Yeah. Even at some point, I may gonna change my PC operating system to Linux, cause I know Windows 10 support might end up, you know,
I'm using a
finishing
MacBook.
using a MacBook.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Yeah.
1-2. Strike three. Duran down staring at it. Thompson doing well in his second inning of work.
But how many? What is the specs on your MacBook?
It's a 12.4 version, early 2015 model, so it's pretty old.
Well, at some point, might kind of convert to a Linux laptop at some point, but you got to get used to Linux.
Is that the new Mac thing?
No, it's been around. They have different versions of Linux, but you had to do some research which Linux you might use it for if you want to do some gaming or anything like that.
I don't know. I don't really game that much.
Well, all right, but still, you could use it for whatever you need anyway.
Upcoming schedule for the Sox, starting July 4th. They're going to be bouncing between the Yankees and Rays like hot potatoes. Starting with the Rays, that's a chopper down the first base line. Goldschmidt will pick it up, take it to the bag himself, and step on it to get Devers to end the inning. So 1-2-3 for St. Louis in the bottom of the seventh. We'll go to the eighth. We're at St. Louis 10 and Boston 2.
Yeah, I really want to go back to cons once, I deal with, you know, the troublemaker there who kind of ruined my career.
Good thing the next con that I have my eyes set on next week is strictly comic book industry only guests.
That's good.
Though there is a pro wrestler that's showing up there who runs his own comic shop in Quebec and writes and illustrates his own comics.
That's good.
Let me see if the guest list isn't updated for it. Heroes Convention. Guest list. Let's see if there's any updates to it. Let's see. Akins, Jim Amash, Bill Amend, Andrew Bennett. He is not a WWE wrestler. Ball one to Brendan Donovan, who's walked and reached on error. Strike one. Strike three. Donovan strikes out. One down for the Cardinals in the eighth. Ball one. Sorry about that. My mom's hitting the sack. She's telling me keep it down.
I see. And it's 10 already, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be streaming later because I feel too tired, but I might sleep earlier tonight.
I get what you're saying. I think after this, I'm going to skip doing my Slammiversary picks and probably save that for the morning.
Yeah, because tomorrow's Father's Day and I had to get up early just to go to the bagel shop, get some bagels.
You're not a kosher guy, are you?
Well, sort of, but like I'm in the mix between like kosher, halal, something like that.
So you are a Jew, it's just that you don't adhere strictly to the kosher knot.
I'm not really much of a Jew. I'm not Jewish, but I'm Catholic, but I get used to, how it is because of my ancestors. Like they go kosher, they go halal.
Fly ball to the left, in the center, deep, but caught by Duran. So you're Catholic by association, but Jewish by lineage.
Yeah. Not just Jewish, also Muslim as well.
Hmm. Must be hard to have all 3 weekend days as a holy day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Arenado up next. Ball one. Arenado fouls that one off and ricochets off the Cardinal dugout. 1-1. I picked the wrong day to be wearing red. Ball three. And there's a walk. So Arenado's on for the 4th time today.
Yeah.
And now Albert Pujols will come on what will probably be one of his last at bats in Fenway. He's getting a standing ovation. Sheesh. 5-0 in Game 2 of the Cup Finals. In favor of Colorado. Strike one. Pujols sits number 5 all time in home runs at 683. If he were to play regularly this year, he would be able to eclipse A-Rod and possibly even hit the 700 club. Emphasis on possibly. No balls, 2 strikes. Fouls it off. This year, against lefties, coolest hitting 351. Against righties, 132. Ball one. Fouled back. Still 1-2. Albert still fighting back. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled off again. Fouled off again. Damn it, someone end this damn. Grounds it foul again. Still 2-2. And we are about 20 seconds away from eclipsing my longest baseball stream. And he downswing he goes. Took it long enough. Go to the bottom of the eighth. Still 10-2 in favor of St. Louis. If you want to bow out, Eevee, I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah. I'm just, enjoying listening, at the same time monitoring the chats.
Oh. Well, no one's really called in since we kicked Hibbett out.
Yeah, Hibbett's been, annoying a lot. If he wanted to talk about political stuff, well, I would
He does this
talk
shit to me in the Discord server, too.
yeah. The only thing is, I will talk about it if
You're respectful about it, not a trolling asswipe, right?
yeah. Yeah. The only thing is, I'll talk about it, and also if I wanted to talk about political stuff, it's not gonna be on YouTube. It's gonna be on D Live and Trovo.
Or Rumble.
Yep. Or BitChute, or Odyssey.
The strawberry frosty.
Are you watching these commercials?
Yep.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't have a choice. I'm using a regular television setup. To be fair, it's better to use a regular TV set than the MLB TV set, which will swamp you with so many commercials, even in the middle of pitches that it pisses you off.
Oh.
If you watch my streams with the Mets against St. Louis and the Mets against Colorado, you know how mad I got with all those streams, with both those streams getting swamped by those dumbass commercials in between the pitches.
Uh. It's all because like they use advertising just to get some little extra money. That's why I have ad blocker on my browser, so I don't
Terrible.
want to get into any ads.
And Neil Diamond and the Boston crowd trying to rally the Sox with Sweet Caroline. That's back during the seventh inning.
Yeah.
J. Martinez to lead off the eighth.
But besides that, like
Strike
getting
one.
besides of tomorrow, as far as a good breakfast and a good lunch, not a good lunch, good dinner. Well, I'm just gonna spend my time relax and just basically finish up with my one of my projects I have so far.
You have a business project?
Nope. Something else. It's like, I'm working on a project I'm working on. It's like trying to make my own series.
TV series?
Nope. Graphic novel series.
Oh,
Because the reason is since I got inspired by Raging Golden Eagle to do my own comic book series. But I want to try and make a series is like it has like a lot of story and fun, but like I don't want to put the woke stuff in or current day situation. I'm just gonna make a
but
joke out
will
of
you
it.
make it as politically incorrect as possible?
Yeah. And make a parody of what's going on in current world. Like instead of what goes there, it's gonna be different. Like make fun of the SJWs, make fun of whatever it's there anyway.
Make fun of Fauci, make fun of the incompetency of this presidency,
Yeah,
Valdeck.
yeah. Because I learned to do is like parodize, make a lot of parodies of these situations, just like when I've been playing the postal games often.
Heck, you could parody Kick Vic.
Yeah, I could do that. Even it's gonna be parody on both sides anyway, so yeah.
2-2 on the pitch.
Because the point is, I'll be like telling the whole entire story. That's all I can say.
I see your point.
hmm
2-2 pitch.
But the
And Martinez, is it a full count or did he get hit? It's ball three. You thought it was ball four. Or it hit him. I couldn't tell. Martinez fouls that one off again. Down pitch. Fouls it off again. Geez, I've been sitting here watching this game for over 3 hours now.
Yeah, it's been a long game.
Here's the payoff. Fouled again. 3-2. Pitch number 11 on its way. Fouled off again. Damn it, just end this fucking pit battle. Foul off again. That's 13, 12 or 13 pitches fouled off. How unlucky is this pitch going to be? Ground ball. Edman. Got him. One down. What a load of crap with that. Just another pandering charity bit. Bogarts takes strike one in at the knees. Outside, did he go? Yes, he did. Strike two. That didn't look like he went around to me. 0-2 pitch to Bogarts from Thompson. Bounce that one off. Oh, and the ball got stuck on the netting above behind home plate, so it's foul. Ball one. Ball two. Two pitch. Foul off again.
Oh, you message.
Most of the crowd has flown the coop from Fenway. I don't blame them. Swung on a missed strike three.
Sorry about that. It's like I'm reading the message right now.
It's all right. I don't trust there being a zero alcohol beer. Do you, Eevee?
Zero what?
Alcohol beer.
Non-alcohol, zero alcohol beer. That's kind of make no sense. It's better to say non-alcoholic beer because if it doesn't have any alcohol.
Story swings and misses. Strike one. I'm just saying a beer without alcohol makes no sense. I mean, you can't, even without the alcohol, you can't give it to kids. Right?
Well, it depends how it tastes and everything. Yeah.
But still, no matter how you cut it, beers only cater to adults like us.
Yep.
All one. Even then, I don't drink that. I hardly ever drink alcohol. The farthest I go with it is hard lemonade. What about you?
For me, either spiked seltzer or sparkling sake.
Oh, so you go to izakayas at times. Strike two.
Yeah, because the reason is I don't like, taking like the other alcohol beverages that's like there's not, sparkling or, seltzer like to be honest.
Oh, well, again, in my case, hard lemonade's my way to go. I need the sugar to balance out the alcohol. Fouled off. 1-2 the story. That's the reason why. And even then, I drink very sporadically. I haven't had a drop of alcohol in almost 5 years now.
For me, I just don't want to get into like I just rarely drink alcohol. Like I don't even going to any other alcohol beverages. Like they're too strong for me. The only thing I rather have like sparkling because it's not that strong, anyways.
I mean, my
You,
little sister, she'll drink hard cider, wine. Foul.
I see.
My brother's more the alcohol connoisseur. Beer, whiskey, cognac, wine, sake.
Because the reason is like sparkling alcohol beverages is like the
Stop,
closest thing to soda.
stopping. Get story to end the inning.
I'm just saying, I just drink something that's closest to soda. That's all I can say.
I usually drink the sodas with the sugar substitute, stevia.
Yeah. But most of the times, I drink sodas a few times a week, but most of the time either sparkling or just regular water.
I've been doing a lot of high pH water lately.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Yeah. And to be honest, last year I was like nearly 200 pounds, but throughout almost a year I lost at least almost 40 pounds, but I'm like no longer overweight anymore.
I was around 170 during the pandemic, and since it stopped or pretty much vanished, I think it gained back around, well, it was closer to 180. I think it gained back about 20 pounds.
I see. The reason is I don't eat very much, and
So you
when
do a lot of fasting.
yep, not just only a lot of fasting, also at the same time I've been working out more. And I do basically try and find substitutes for a meal like protein shakes. That's I could do.
Mm. O'Neill faces Davis for the last time of the night. Strike one. He singled, hit a solo, walked, and scored 2 runs. There's a 1 high and outside, ball one. Top foul. And O'Neill drops a single on the left to lead off the ninth. Twelfth hit of the night, third hit for the Cardinals, third hit for Ty O'Neill. Carlson takes strike one. Ball two, ball one. Ball three, two. Strike two. And again, as I mentioned, many of the fans in Boston haven't left Fenway, given how their team is getting their asses kicked. Swung on a miss, strike three, one down. And then the Astros ended up losing to the Braves in what many would call Atlanta Georgian revenge after the government basically took away the All-Star game because MLB and the government basically took away the All-Star game because of a voter integrity law that goes into effect during the midterms this year.
I see.
I mean, that was the only reason I rooted for the Braves last year. I hate Atlanta, don't get me wrong, but I felt sorry for what happened to them last year. Losing the All-Star game because the law was criticized as being racist, which it wasn't. The decision to move the game out of Atlanta was racist because when you look at Atlanta, it's a predominantly black business community. Ground ball through the hole in right base hit, in the right side base hit. O'Neill stops at second. Bader's on with a single.
Yeah, and you know about what goes on in New York City, it's voter fraud central there.
Mm-hmm. But then again, considering your governor is actually the stepsister of Nancy Pelosi, and the former governor, well,
He's
aside
out
from
of the picture.
aside from the sex crimes, Deep center field. That's going to drop in the gap and go over the fence for a ground rule double. That's going to score Ty O'Neill. And it's now 11-2 St. Louis. Carlson goes to third. Or Bader goes to third. RBI double for Kinzer. A couple of other games have finished up. 7-5. San Francisco wins over Pittsburgh. Tampa Bay wins 7-6 over Baltimore. Foul back. Strike one. Ball one. EJ McFarland getting ready for the Cardinals. Ball two. Bounces away from Pilecki, but not to where he could get the guy I would try to steal third. Edman at the plate. Edman 1 for 5 with a 2-run double and with a 2-run single. Fouls that one off. For Kinzer, that was his 12th RBI of the year. Goldschmidt's got 58, Arenado with 45, Edman with 29, Carlson with 16, O'Neill with 28, Gorman with 13. Strike three as he goes down staring at the payoff. 2 down. And the Dodgers beat the Guardians 7-1. Milwaukee over the Reds 7-3. Donovan flies out to left. It's caught by Cordero to end the inning, but one more run of damage done. We'll go to the ninth. Go to the bottom of the ninth. St. Louis 11, Boston 2. Three and a half hours I've been sitting here, and you've been here for like what, a little more than 2.5 of those hours, Eevee?
Yeah. And it's kind of like, how long, when this game started, like an hour ago or something? Like 3 hours ago?
7:15.
7:15. Hmm. So, how long is it going to be over soon?
Just depends how fast St. Louis gets out of the ninth.
Oh. So it's 11-2.
Yeah, at most, Boston gets maybe 1 or 2 runs to try to cut the deficit down. That's at worst case scenario for our broadcast. At best, 1, 2, 3 inning, and St. Louis wins.
Yep.
And again, this is the highest scoring baseball game that I've called since I started doing live play-by-play reactions. It's for baseball, basketball, football, and hockey. And I started doing this back in February.
So you often do like food testing videos, like you taste whatever weird food it is, right?
Or whatever fast food menu items have popped out, the new stuff.
Oh.
I mean, I'll do occasionally odd snacks.
Yeah, for me, I did some food tasting videos on Amino, but it's been a while. I didn't do one of those for a long while.
But I've been doing that since 2017. Who's going to play first base? Who's on first for the NL team in the All Star game? Is it going to be Paul Goldschmidt, who has the highest batting average between the three? Pete Alonso, who has the highest home run and RBI count between the three? Or Freddie Freeman, who's just there given how weak he's been this year? I think you and I are pulling for Pete, right?
Yeah.
TJ McFarland now on to try and shut the door. 23 games, 7.71 ERA, 25 and 2/3 innings, 5 walks, 16 strikeouts. Lifts a left and bounces off the middle of the monster for a single to start the ninth for the Red Sox. By Franchi Cordero. Ivan Herrera now behind the plate. Andrew Kinsler moves to first, so Goldschmidt's out of the game. Edmund Sosa at third base, so that takes Arenado out. So a quadruple switch for the Cardinals to try to close this game out. Here's Dahlback. Strike one. Pulls now the permanent DH for the game, but I don't think that's going to matter much. I mean, that was the only reason they brought him in the eighth. One pitch. That's chopped. No means to get the play at second, so they'll have to go to first with it. So Edmund has no choice but to go to first, and he does. Cordero moves to second on the play. Here's Jackie Bradley Jr. McFarland and Herrera going out to talk to McFarland. I don't know why. Oh, it's a brief whisper of what sign to use. And to think, I gotta do this again at the end of next month with another guy in the Discord. Or when St. Louis plays Washington. Strike one. On paper, this game looked like it'd go either way, but it's been a stomp in favor of St. Louis. Swing and a miss. Strike two.
Well, I didn't know, like, earlier ago there was a mermaid parade going on in Brooklyn.
Mermaid Parade?
Yeah.
Why does this sound like a gay pride thing?
It's not really gay pride. It's basically one of those, the mermaid parade is basically, it's like, sea life situation going on Coney Island every year.
Oh.
And it's funny now that, some people are dressing up as water type Pokemon during the mermaid parade.
If I had to guess, most of them are dressing up as either Primarinas or Vaporeons.
Or Gyarados.
Chopper to the short side. Edmonds got it again. He's going to fire. Cordero moves to third, but the Red Sox are now down to their final out. It's all up to Pilecki to keep the inning alive, to keep the game going. Here's the pitch. Ball one. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Or he fouled it off. Despite how bad the Central Division's been. Strike two. Pilecki didn't chase after it. Sox down to their last strike. Looking to improve to 38-29 and drop the Sox at 35-31. Low in the dirt. Ball two. Losing Jordan Hicks. And Guy Molina. Here's the 2-2. Pilecki fly ball to the left. Not very deep. O'Neill's got it. Game over. Cards win. Hi, Darwin. You're a little late for the game. It's game over.
Yeah. I know, like, it's almost
11 o'clock, I know. Well, in any case, game's over. Final score,
Yep.
St. Louis 11, Boston 2. Final tallies are as such. For the Cardinals, they finished with 11 runs on 13 hits, no errors. Sox, 2 runs, 14 hits for the Cardinals, excuse me. No errors. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Sox. Winning pitcher, Dakota Hudson. Losing pitcher, Cutter Crawford. No save involved. Time of the game, 3 hours, 29 minutes.
wow.
Red Sox went 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position, left 7 on base. Cardinals went, let's see, 4 for 13 with runners in scoring position, 9 men left on base. With home runs by Nolan Arenado, Gorman, and Ty O'Neill. No extra base hits for the Red Sox. Dakota Hudson went 5 innings, walked 5, struck out 3, 2 runs, 4 hits. Bullpen had to bail him out. He had to basically carry the load. Zach Thompson with 3 innings, 4 strikeouts. TJ McFarland, 1 inning, giving up a hit. On the other hand, the Sox were basically butchered. Cutter Crawford, 4 runs given up on 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 home runs. Grazer, 1 walk, and a strikeout in 1 inning. Hansel Robles, a home run, 4 runs, all of them earned, 2 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Salamora, 1 earned run, 2 runs total, 3 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. Davis, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, a run. Run and 3 hits in front of 36,141 that attended the game that night in Fenway Park. God, that was a nightmare to get through. Thanks for joining me tonight, Eevee. You can hop out now.
All right, then. I'll see you later then, all right?
Peace. And thank you to everyone who joined Eevee and myself for this game and for this call. Leave a comment, smash the like, sub to the channel. Till then, I must bid you adieu. That's 2128 signing out. Goodbye and good night. Bang.